Gino?
Almost 2:30. How y'all doing?
Great, great. How you doing?
Getting old.
Yeah?
It's amazing, isn't it, how it works?
Yeah, how you feeling? Pretty good?
I had some surgery.
I knew about that. Is that
And it's going
like it
well,
should?
it can be expected. Everything's good.
Like it should be?
Yeah.
Good,
Well,
great.
we always think it's.
Well, I mean, that's...
I don't like coffee much.
No, oh no, oh no. Well, I guess not. Yeah.
You
Well,
doing okay?
yes, I am.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Yes, sir.
This is
Appreciate
Gino
y'all.
Williams, Judge Gino Williams.
Yeah, as soon as they get a couple of people recognize that.
We're fine. Whatever you're comfortable with. We're not in a hurry. We don't have cows to milk. We're good.
Retirement's good. And
It is.
I look forward to it.
How long was that?
Well, if I had the kids 3 years younger, I'd be done now. I'm going to probably 2006, mainly for insurance because of the kids. I'll be
Yeah.
66.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that'll be a good break for you. It'll go by fast.
Well, all of it has so far.
Yeah, yeah. If the past is in the precedent, it's going by real quick. Still a few people trickling in. That's good.
Are we close enough to the microphone?
We can creep up a little. Maybe we can drop this thing just a hair. You think? Maybe.
Let's do it. We can still see you.
Like that. Yeah.
So
You say whatever you want to about the song. You know more about it than I do.
I'll chime in if I
We
feel
got a
like I
couple
need
of
to.
people still coming in, so I'm going to drag a little bit here to see where it started. I want to thank everybody for coming out. This is sort of an encore presentation. We had such a good time last time, we wanted to do it again. And so we get to welcome Ricky Cox and Willard Gayheart here to this performance today about music in the Blue Ridge. And I understand somebody got put in the Bluegrass Music Hall of Fame yesterday.
I heard about it, yeah.
Word triples in here pretty quick.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Thank
It's
you.
a great honor.
Thank you.
Great honor. But anyway, I'm not going to spend a lot of the time. You all know who they are, and I'm going to leave it to them to perform and do their thing. So thank you all.
Thank you, Gino. All right. Let's see. Can you all hear us okay? Sounds good? Well, thank you all for coming. Glad to see new faces and surprised to see so many people back a second time. But we did have a good time the last time, and seemed like people were pleased. And when I got home, the phone was ringing, and I thought, this might be, someone that was at the show. So I picked it up and I said, this is Ricky Cox. And someone said, Mr. Cox, do you realize the warranty on your automobile may be expired? So we didn't make quite the hit that I thought we did. But I do now have coverage on my automobile, so it's all right. The songs we're going to do today are pretty much the same that we did, so we hope that won't bother anyone. If you are as old as we are, you won't know if I don't tell you that it's the same songs. And we did learn a couple of new songs, and there's no particular theme to it. These are just old favorites. I think that's what we titled the program, and these are songs that Willard has been singing for years and taught several of them to me, and some are songs that I grew up with. So hopefully we'll have a little less talking this time. I'm too a big talker, so I'll try not to say so much, but I'll encourage Willard to speak something about the songs, because they do each have a history, and this event is sponsored by the Historical Society. So we're very pleased that they would have us back, and we appreciate the work that they do, Connie and Gino and everyone that's involved with the Historical Society. So we'll Willard will kick us off and say what you want to about the
So
song.
this is a Carter family song. It's one of the more obscure Carter family songs, one that you might not have heard, but it's very appropriate, I think, for Virginia, where we are. It's called Green Fields of Virginia. Mid the green fields of Virginia, in the Vale of Shenandoah, there's an ivy-covered homestead that I love, with its quaint old whitewashed chimney and its simple home like ours, is the home of my dear parents now above. There's a peaceful cottage there, our happy home so dear. My heart is longing for them day by day, where I've spent life's happy hours in the Vale of Shenandoah, with the green fields of Virginia far away. With the green fields of Virginia stands an old mill by the stream. I once wandered by that spot to sing and play, and how often I would throw a stone to the rippling brook and dream someday 'twould carry me away. There's a peaceful cottage there, our happy home so dear. My heart is longing for them day by day, where I spent life's happy hours in the Vale of Shenandoah, with the green fields of Virginia far away, with the green fields of Virginia far away.
Yeah, not as well known as Carter family standards, but I think someone here will know, and Wanda Dalton here is an expert on these things. I think they recorded maybe 300 or more songs, the Carter family. Does that sound close? It's a big number, isn't it? Oh, and it's sort of faded away, and then Willard learned it from someone from England. He'd never heard it. Yeah, well, yeah. You all know Wanda Dalton is an expert on this. Anna fine singer herself. Where we at now?
Here.
Hard Time.
Here's another old song it's come down through the years. This is Stephen Foster. It's called Hard Times. It's probably written around the mid-1800s. And still being sung today. It's a very popular old folk type song, I guess. Let us pause in life's pleasures and count the many tears, while we all sup sorrow with the poor. There's a song that will linger forever in our ears. Oh, hard times will come again no more. It's a song, the sigh of the weary. Hard times will come again no more. Many days you have lingered around my cabin door. Oh, hard times will come again no more. Though we seek mirth and beauty and music bright and gay, they are frail forms waiting by our door. Though the voices are silent, their pleading seems to say, oh, hard times will come again no more. Here's the song, the sigh of the weary. a sigh that is wafted across the lowly plains. It's a wail that is heard upon the shore. It's a dirge that is murmured round the lonely grave. Oh, hard times will come again no more. It's a song, a sigh of the weary. Hard times will come again no more. Many days you have lingered around my cabin door. Oh, hard times will come again no more. Oh, hard times will come again no more. Thank you.
All right.
This next one is Gene Autry. So, there's few people in here know who Gene Autry was, I guarantee.
Yeah, before he was owner of the California Angels. He did some other stuff too.
Yeah, he's done a lot of stuff. This is a song that's lasted through the years, I think.
We in for that one.
It suits us old gray-headed men, this one does.
What key you in for
D.
that? Same old D. I'm already there.
In a vine-covered shack in the mountains, bravely fighting the battle of time. There's a dear one who's weathered life's sorrows. It's that silver-haired daddy of mine. If I could recall all the heartaches, dear old daddy, I've caused you to bear. If I could erase those lines from your face and bring back the gold to your hair. If God would but grant me the power just to turn back the pages of time, I'd give all I own if I could but atone to that silver-haired daddy of mine. I know it's too late, dear old daddy, to repay for the sorrows and cares. Though dear mother is waiting in heaven just to comfort and solace you there. If I could recall all the heartaches, dear old daddy, I've caused you to bear. If I could erase those lines from your face and bring back the gold to your hair. If God would but grant me the power just to turn back the pages of time, I'd give all I own if I could but atone to that silver-haired daddy of mine.
It's a good song. There's a lot of songs about mothers, but daddies never get much appreciation. Seem like. Or sometimes it seems like that. All right. Nobody's darling.
You want to do that one next?
Yeah. Unless you want to
No, this is fine.
feel like something different, that's all right.
This song goes back to when I was a boy growing up in Kentucky. I remember that song in the mid-30s, by the way. And it was one, Jimmy Davis was a songwriter and a great singer, and he was also governor of Louisiana at one time. And performed till he was nearly 100 years old, I think. But this was one of his more popular ones that has made it through the years. The one that most people my age will surely remember this song. And but it's called Nobody's Darling But Mine. Come and sit by my side, little darling. Come lay your cool hand on my brow. Promise me that you will ever be nobody's darling but mine. Nobody's darling but mine, love. Be honest, be faithful, be kind. Promise me that you will never be nobody's darling but mine. So goodbye, good luck, and God bless you. I'm leaving this cold world behind. Promise me that you will never be nobody's darling but mine. Nobody's darling but mine, love. Be honest, be faithful, be kind. Promise me that you will never be nobody's darling but mine. You're as sweet as the flowers in springtime. You're as pure as the dew on the rose. I'd rather be somebody's darling than a poor boy that nobody knows. Nobody's darling but mine, love. Be honest, be faithful, be kind. Promise me that you will never be nobody's darling but mine.
Thank you. Which one do I do that? Okay. We're going to jump into a couple of ballads now, songs we've been doing so far. If you're studying folklore, and it's at least one person here today suffered through that with me for a semester at Radford University. But I'm not going to ask her to remember this because I've read the book more recently than she has. Among folk songs, there are two main subdivisions, and those are ballads. And ballads are songs that tell a story. And it's a coherent story. It may leave out some details, but you can tell what's going on. And the other category is a lyrical song, which may have bits of narrative in it, but its main purpose is to evoke an emotion, express an emotion of some kind. And the ones we were doing so far, they are lyrical songs. There's a sentiment to that. And so we're going to do a couple of ballads, and the ballads are among the oldest of our old favorite songs, I guess. And I'm going to do one from North Carolina, and then Willard's going to do one from Ohio. And I'll tell you an interesting thing about this Only Wise, which is the ballad I want to sing. It's about a murder that took place in near Roundabout, I think, North Carolina, in 1807, something like that. And I saw a book of ballads from West Virginia, and they claimed that this took place in West Virginia. And I thought to myself, if I was writing a book, I would not go out of my way to claim that someone was murdered in my state, when actually she was murdered in a different state. I would just let them have that privilege and honor, I believe. But they wanted that somehow. So, but it was North Carolina. There's a little book about it, and the details are maybe a little different from what's in this song. But we'll try this Only Wise. It's in a minor key. And I think maybe we moved up one here. There we go. Yeah. And when you get that, when a song's in a minor key, something bad's about to happen. Yeah, yeah. It just is. It's unresolved. Music. Someone in here has studied music, but my understanding is that they're unresolved. There's a tension. Your impulse is to go to another chord somehow that eases that tension, but it's still there. So if you have a birthday party coming up and someone comes in and says, "Happy birthday," then don't open the presents. Okay, so this is only wise. There's no chorus, just straight through narrative. The qualifying characteristic of a folk song, ballad or lyrical, is that there must be at least one version circulating, and it doesn't matter how many people think folk songs are necessarily very old. Often they are, but that's not true. Many people think that they have to be anonymous. That's not true. We know the authors of many folk songs. But the one thing that they have to have is that there have to be at least two different versions circulating somewhere among a group of people, among the folk somewhere. So that's a key difference about this one is that in some versions the killer confesses, and in other versions he does not. And in fact, he did not confess. He fled and went to Indiana and was just by pure coincidence recognized there by someone from North Carolina. Years later, was brought back for trial, and I think died in prison maybe. But the details sort of get faded away against the backdrop of the drama of the song. So I'll do for you Naomi Wise. Come listen to my story about Naomi Wise, how she was deluded by John Lewis's life. He promised to meet her at Adam's Spring. He promised her money and other fine things. So fool-like she met him at Adam's Spring. Come with me, Naomi, and away we will go. We'll go and get married and no one will know. She climbed up behind him and away they did go. But off to the river where the deep waters flow. John Lewis, will you tell me your mind? Marry me or leave me behind. Little old me, Naomi, I'll tell you my mind. My mind is to drown you and leave you behind. Have mercy on my baby, oh spare me my life. I'll go away a beggar and I'll never be your wife. He kissed her and he hugged her and he turned her around. He pushed her in deep water where he knew that she would drown. It was on a Thursday morning, the rain was pouring down. The people searched for Naomi, but she could not be found. Two little boys were fishing on one sunny summer day. They saw little Naomi's body go floating away. They threw a net around her and they drew her to the bank. Her clothes all wet and muddy, they laid her on a plank. They sent for John Lewis to come to that place. They brought her out before him where he could see her face. Go hang me, go kill me, for I am the man. And murdered little Naomi below the mill dam. That's a pretty intense tale, isn't it? Yeah. So that's a little on me wise. And I'll tell you this, my mom and my sister and Josephine and several members of my family, you all will remember Sophie Turpin, Roosevelt and Sophie. And I got to know them as they were nearing the end of their lives and would visit. Roosevelt was in the nursing home here at Florida, but I'd visit Sophie, and we were just talking one day, and just out of the blue, she sang that song to me. She didn't know the name of it or where it came, where she learned it. She was in the early 90s then, and she sang to me Only Wise. She had learned that when she was a girl, but maybe in West Virginia. I don't know where, because actually they had lived in West Virginia at one time. Her husband worked in the mine, so maybe that's where she learned it. But now Willard's going to do one from another state, Banks of Ohio.
Yeah.
I guess it's, it wouldn't have to be in Ohio, would it? Because Ohio runs through other states.
Doesn't say which state at all. Does it?
No.
It's in the Ohio River or something.
Does it run through West Virginia, the Ohio River? They'll claim it if it does.
Runs by, yeah.
Well, there you go. Probably happened in West Virginia then. All right, so we're in.
This is the first song I ever heard, I think. I went to a little school on Locks Creek near Hazard, Kentucky, and when I was in about the 6th or 7th grade, no, I might not have been that old. Simon Kelly came to he was one of the students there. He brought his guitar one Friday afternoon and sung this song. Banks of the Ohio, so it's been around a long time. This would have been back about
What year?
1940s.
What year are we in? Is it E?
Just where we left it. Right there.
Well, I changed. Is it in? It's not in E.
We dropped it a notch.
Oh, we did. Okay. What key am I in here? It's not E. It's D sharp. Is that right?
Yeah.
All right, D sharp. All right.
There you go.
That sounds wrong. Is that right?
We'll have to.
It
The
is.
second one, yeah.
I'm sorry. I've got out of tune here somewhere. Maybe.
That sounds all right.
You think it's all right? Okay.
That did.
All righty. And I'm on the 3rd fret there. Yeah. Willard, I'm 65 and Willard is 90, and he has to look after me. Okay.
I asked my love to take a walk, just to walk a little ways. As we walked along, we talked all about our wedding day. Only say that you'll be mine, and no other arms entwine. Down beside where the waters flow, on the banks of the Ohio. I took
Will you stop and get a drink of water?
I'm gonna have to, I'm sorry, folks.
Yeah.
This happens to you when you get to be 90 years old. Oh, my goodness.
Willard was inducted into the Blue Ridge Music Hall of Fame yesterday in Wilkesboro, North Carolina. He performed there, and we did a little program on Thursday at a church up in Dougsburg. He's had a busy schedule. He's been working pretty hard, and I think he worked a shift at the steel mill on Friday.
I'm not sure that'll help, boys. Maybe I'll get you to do one while we
Okay, you wanna do that?
Yeah, let's do our nemesis.
Our nemesis,
Yeah.
50 miles available?
Huh?
Or the other one, Are You Tired of Me? My
Yeah.
Darling? Yeah, okay. This is another Carter family song. It's better known. It's one of the most, well, all the Carter family songs have something that makes them endure. I have a friend over in Bethel. She's a lady from Indian Valley, Reva Akers Martin, and she invited me to do a program at their church. Probably 10 years ago. And she said, "Do you know any Carter family songs?" And I did. I sang 2 or 3. And she said, "Do you know any more?" And I said, "Well, that's all I know." And so the next time I saw her, she gave me a CD with Carter family songs. It had 26 songs on it, and I was genuinely surprised to find that there were probably 3 or 4 songs on there that I had not heard of. And the Carter family last recorded in the 1930s. So we're at that time talking like 80 years ago. And out of 26 songs recorded in the 30s, only 3 or 4 that I had not heard or heard of. So something enduring about them. But among their many, many songs, this one to me is one of the most poignant. It's really, really crafted well. I think it would have endured no matter who wrote it or who came up with it. And I don't know who wrote it. They may have, they may not. Do you have any insight on that one? Are You Tired of Me, My Darling? You remember that song?
I remember the song, but I don't, my memory's not good either, I'm old too. I've forgotten more than I ever knew.
Well, we'll get through it somehow here. Actually, I wrote the first line down so I can remember it. I think it's in A.
Yeah.
Hey, I do remember that. Hey, okay. It's the song. That's out, isn't it?
Yes, too bad. Still a little high. There.
Willard has better ears than I do, too. Okay, this song is written for a woman. It's from the perspective of a woman, but it's been recorded by men, including Jim and Jesse. And if I were still in school and looking for a topic to write a paper on, I would be interested in writing about the Carter family as sort of we think of them today as the gosh, I can't think of the words I want. Just the very definition of traditional, but they wrote with some traditions with the songs that they sang. Like this song that sort of puts the shoe on the other foot for this woman here. So we'll try to sing "Are You Tired of Me, My Darling?" All right. Ready? Are you tired of me, my darling? Did you mean those words you said when you made me yours forever? On the day that we were wed, tell me, could you live life over? Would you make it otherwise? Are you tired of me, my darling? Answer only with your eyes. Do you ever rue the springtime when we first each other met, and we sad song, man. That's a sad song.
Oh,
Gosh.
man.
Okay, you want to try this one again, or you want to go on to something else?
Let's see. I don't know what to do. Give me another swig right here.
Okay. That's always a good thing to do. You ain't drank too much water. We can skip around and.
Yeah, do something else and
Okay.
we'll get back to it.
All right, let's do, we don't have too many left, we'll do, You've Been a Friend to Me.
Okay.
How about that?
That's a good
Another Carter family song, You've Been a Friend to Me. It's really one of it's probably my favorite. Well, it's among my most favorite songs, Carter family songs, and I sang this, Margie, for Irene's 90th birthday. And it's a good song. It's a good song for any occasion, and it's just got a good sentiment to it. And again, I don't know who wrote it, and it's not sung. I don't hear it as often as I think we should. I'm surprised we don't hear it more often. But if you want to learn a Carter family song, it's a good one. You've Been a Friend to Me. We'll try it there. It might be. I guess that's where it's at. Yeah. I'll never forget wherever I roam, wherever you may be. If ever I have had a friend, you have been a friend to me. Misfortune used me as a child and held me closely too. I would have had a broken heart had it not been for you. I'll never forget wherever I roam, wherever you may be. If ever I have had a friend, you have been a friend to me. As I now look back along life's path, across life's stormy sea, I smile to think that through it all you have been a friend to me. I'll never forget wherever I roam, wherever you may be. If ever I have had a friend, you have been a friend to me. Isn't that a good song? That's a song that suits most occasions. If that song is not suitable for the occasion, you're too mad to sing anyway. So, probably. You've been a friend to me. What do you think, Willard? Pick one. You want to tackle one that's. Willard does most of the singing, so he knows so many songs and sings them so well. So.
It's just, well, shoot. I think it's the spring of the year, maybe. and allergies, I guess that's what it is, but it comes at a kind of an inopportune time.
Well, there's 3 more I can sing there if you.
Yeah,
if
let's
you want me to sing
let's
another?
do it, and then we'll.
Right, we can do Keep on the Sunny Side. And you like that?
That's a good one.
Yeah, I think they like that.
Yeah.
I thought it was a mouse running across the ceiling.
That E chord, is that where we've been doing that?
Which one is it?
Keep on the sunny side?
Yeah. Yes, it is. Yeah, I forgot that quick. Okay. Yeah, this is possibly the best known Carter family song, maybe one, conceivably. And another good advice song. If you can't afford therapy or books on self-help, then this is a good alternative for you. Try this. Try to do this. There's the dark and the troubled side of life. There's a bright and sunny side too. Though we meet with the darkness and strife, the sunny side we also may view. Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. It will help us every day. It will brighten all our way if we'll keep on the sunny side of life. Though the storm in its fury breaks today, rushing hopes that we cherish so deep, clouds and storm will in time pass away, and the sun again will shine bright and clear. Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. It will help us every day. It will brighten all our way if we'll keep on the sunny side of life. Let us greet with a song of hope each day. Though the moment be cloudy or fair, let us trust in our Savior always, to keep us everyone in His care. Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. It will help us every day. It will brighten all our way if we'll keep on the sunny side of life. If we'll keep on the sunny side of life. That's a good one. Good time. All right. Well, just do another one?
Yeah.
What do you think? Okay. We're going to run out of them here eventually, but there's a few more. We've got another Carter family song, and my mom asked me a couple of days ago if we had learned any new songs for this, and Willard, I guess, knows 1,000 songs, but I know a few, but we hadn't practiced together. But this is one we both like. It's called 50 Miles of Elbow Room. Do you know that song, Wanda? Oh, really? Others of you, is that song familiar to you, any of you all? It is? Okay. It's, I heard it being sung by Jeanette Carter, who was the daughter of A.P. and Sarah Carter. And for many years, she and her brother Joe were the hosts of, at the Carter Family Fold out in Hilton's, near Hilton's, Virginia, in Scott County. And Jeanette, like her mom, had this really low, I guess you'd say alto, even lower than that, a low voice. And she sang that song really well, and we've been working on it, and it's a little rough maybe, but maybe we'll get through it here, and we'll hopefully you'll like it and listen for it, and maybe look for it in the. However, people listen to music now. We just bought a car and it doesn't have a CD player, and I'm kind of lost. I mean, if it's not on the radio, then I don't know what to do, how to get anything on there. But I've got a lot of CDs, but I guess I'll just make art out of them or something. I don't know. But anyway, we'll try 50 miles of elbow. 1,200 miles its length and breadth, the 4 square cities stand. Its gems and walls of jasper shine, not made by human hand. 100 miles its gates are wide, abundant entrance there, with 50 miles of elbow room on either side to spare. When the gate swings wide on the other side, just beyond the sunset sea, there'll be room to spare as we enter there, room for you and room for me. For the gates are wide on the other side, where the flowers ever bloom. On the right hand and on the left hand, 50 miles of elbow room. Sometimes I'm cramped and crowded here, and I long for elbow room. And I want to reach for altitude where the fair flowers bloom. It won't be long until I pass into that city fair, with 50 miles of elbow room on either side to spare. When the gate swings wide on the other side, just beyond the sunset sea, there'll be room to spare as we enter there, room for you and room for me. For the gates are wide on the other side, where the flowers ever bloom. On the right hand and on the left hand, 50 miles of elbow room. Yeah. Well, I hope I didn't ruin that for you, Wanda. I kind of got off on the. I decided I wanted to sing Willard's part instead of mine there, I think, at one point. But that's a bouncy song. I like that thing. It's got something to it. It's a good song. I'm down to my last one, Willard, unless I start singing yours. Let's see here. We could sing. I could sing something like "Go Watching Jane" or something like that. I don't know if I got the tenor part.
Let's see, I may be able to hit one.
You ready? Pick one out that's not too strenuous. I told him he needed to give up that steel mill job. It's dusty down there. Willard does work every day. He runs a frame. He runs the Front Porch Gallery and Frame Shop in Woodlawn, Virginia. He works 6 days a week, I guess. And I'll try to catch him out. He opens at 10. And I'll call him at 9:45 sometimes. He's there. I think he sleeps there, maybe. I've never been to his house. I'm not sure he's got one. He may stay there in the shop. He's a worker. And if you need something framed, he does good work. He's a wonderful artist as well as a musician. Donia Ely here has done 2 books of Willard's pencil drawings. He's featured on album covers. If you ever see Song of the Mountains on PBS, that picture that comes on with that Willard drew that picture, and he's in the picture. I don't know how he drew it with himself in there, but he did that somehow. And one of those artist tricks, I guess. It's almost like he had a photograph or something. Where we at? Oh, I know where we're going. Is this going to be a Friday day?
Yeah.
Okay. Are we going to do D sharp? I think we moved it up. You want to do D sharp, or what suits you better?
Put it wherever you want.
You put it. You've been doing it D, but D's fine. Let's just do D. We won't take a chance that way. Okay. Right. We've been doing it there for a long time. What do you want to say about that?
Well, this is right out of the Cokesbury hymnal, and which is a lot of the Methodist churches still have it around. I don't know if it's probably somewhere here, the Cokesbury, but there's a lot of songs we do, gospel songs. It's my favorite hymnal that Cokesbury is, and it goes to some of the old timers. But this is one that goes way back, called Unclouded Day, and y'all, if you feel like singing with me, you just jump right in there. We need all the help we can get right now. They tell me of a home far beyond the sky. They tell me of a home far away. They tell me of a home where no storm clouds ride. Oh, they tell me of an unclouded day. Oh, the land of cloudless day. Oh, the land of an unclouded sky. Oh, they tell me of a home where no storm clouds ride. Oh, they tell me of an unclouded day. They tell me of a home where my friends have gone. They tell me of a home far away, where the tree of life in eternal bloom sheds its fragrance through the unclouded day. Oh, the land of cloudless day. Oh, the land of an unclouded sky. Oh, they tell me of a home where no storm clouds ride. Oh, they tell me of an unclouded day. They tell me that he smiles on his children there. His smile drives their sorrows all away. They tell me that no sorrow ever comes again. In that lovely land of unclouded day. Oh, the land of cloudless day. Oh, the land of an unclouded sky. Oh, they tell me of a home blasted then.
Yeah.
You wanna do separate time?
Yeah, that's a good time for supper time. There's several more on there.
It's in here somewhere, isn't it, buddy?
Connie, or did you or Gino want to say anything about the Historical Society, things that are going on?
Sure, we can find something to say.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll give Willard another minute
Oh, no problem.
to gear up here. They'll listen to you better if we don't wait till the end.
I hate going after you, you know that.
Well, go now.
Just want to tell you, anybody interested in doing any volunteer work with the Historical Society, you can see Linda or Connie. We've got some training coming up, this coming Saturday, and they'll be glad to talk to you. We can always use volunteers to work the museum. Museum's going to open on April the 7th, Fridays and Saturdays. I think our next program is May 14th. May 13th, and that's mapping the settlers and first landowners in Floyd County. Lee Hill is going to be here to talk about putting his map together about the people that originally settled here. And we hope that you will enjoy some of that. The open house at the museum is April the 29th. How we doing?
Fine, carry on.
Good. I hate cutting into music. It's such a good way to spend the Sunday afternoon. You know, it's just top of the day. Any of you have any questions? The museum this year, the main exhibit is going to be on the 60s. It's going to start with school integration in Floyd. And the end of it is technically going to be Curtis Turner's death in 1970. So it's going to cover that 10-year period. It's sort of a little bit of that. So if you come out of the museum, you're going to get an opportunity to do that. Connie, you or Linda will say anything? Myra, anybody else?
This is on the church YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
It will be on the church YouTube.
This is being taped. It will be on the church YouTube site. So if you go to Floyd United Methodist Church website, you'll be able to get a repeat, hopefully, of everything that we getting up here in the middle of this and doing this. So,
That's part of it. That's important.
That's right.
We are sponsored by the Historical Society. We appreciate the work that they do. And most of us here are old enough to have realized that we cannot count on human memory. Either as we're living, it fades, and then when we're gone, it goes with us. So if papers and things aren't preserved and made accessible, if they're piled up in somebody's attic, they're no good. They need to be accessioned and indexed and where people can find it.
and like I said, if you've got anything from the 60s you want to share with us, we'll be glad to do that. We'll be talking about the 4 KIAs from Vietnam. That'll be part of the exhibit. And so if you've got any interest in that, come on by and take a look at that. If you have anything, share it with us. We don't have to own it to put it in the museum. You can put it on loan if you have anything that you'd like to do. Most of us having lived through the 60s probably have a little bit of something that we've got left. So I'm going to give it back to you. I think I've done all I
Thank
can
you.
do.
Thank you, Gino.
Thank you.
Good work. And we appreciate the Methodist Church also. We were here in October only because other venues in Floyd County were booked, were busy. So Connie spoke to the minister here, Reverend Hale, and other folks who make decisions, and they agreed to let us do that here. And it's such a pleasant and comfortable space, and the sound, at least what we heard on the recording, is
Rick,
great.
maybe Pastor Timothy would like to tell you how he knows your cohort up there.
I've heard about it, but if he wants to say more, I'd be glad to hear it. Yeah. Willard has ratted him out already, but go ahead.
Willard's son-in-law, Scott Freeman, is an excellent fiddle player, really good fiddle
Well, thank you for letting us use this space. It's a great place.
This is a Jimmy Davis song, a more inspirational type song that Jimmy Davis wrote called Supper Time. A lot of you may know that one. When I was but a boy in days of childhood, I used to play till evening shadows come. Then winding down an old familiar pathway, I heard my mother call and said, "Oh, son, come home, it's supper time. The shadows lengthen fast. Come home, it's supper time. We're going home at last." One day beside her bedside I was kneeling, and angel wings were winging through the air. She heard the call for supper time in heaven, and now I know she's waiting for me there. Come home, it's supper time. The shadows lengthen fast. Come home, it's supper time. We're going home at last. In visions now I see her standing yonder, and her familiar voice I hear once more. The banquet table's ready up in heaven. It's supper time upon that golden shore. Come home, it's supper time. The shadows lengthen fast. Come home, it's supper time. We're going home at last.
Thank you. Yeah, that's a good one. Great song. All right, you feel like another one, Willard?
Yeah, well,
Pick out the one you liked, favorite there. We skipped that one, and we got up to, we haven't done that one. Or that one? That one? You gotta be sure to do that one at some point.
let's do the one we just working on.
Remember me? Okay.
This is a song. How many people have heard of Lulabelle and Scotty from the past?
Few
They
people.
were a real popular duo back in, I guess, in the 40s and 50s, long in there. And they wrote a lot of great, Scotty Wiseman wrote a lot of great songs. Have I Told You Lately That I Love You, he wrote. Everybody knows that song. And Remember Me is one that Scott Freeman and I recorded. And with Scott's daughter, Dory, my granddaughter, sung harmony on this song. But it's one of the more popular Scotty Wiseman songs, I think.
And you can find, if you go on YouTube and just put in Willard Gayheart, someone who attended a concert or something has put a whole album's worth of you and Scott and Dory singing, and that's one of the ones that is on there, and that's where I first heard that song. I'd heard scraps of it my whole life, but that's the first time I listened to it all the way through. So the next time Willard and I got together, I said maybe we could sing that Remember Me. And so I told you a while ago that my mom asked me if we'd learned any new songs, and this was one of them, and I named it to her, and she was ready to sing it. She just reeled the chorus right off. It was familiar to her, so it's still around. I've heard fragments of it, but never really listened to it fully until I heard Willard and Dory sing it on YouTube. So we'll try that. Remember Me. Is that it?
E.
What is it? E. All right, I've got E on here somewhere, right there. Okay.
The sweetest songs belong to lovers in the gloaming. The sweetest days were the days that used to be. The saddest words I ever heard were words of parting. When you said, sweetheart, remember me. Remember me when the candlelights are gleaming. Remember me at the close of a long, long day. It'd be so sweet when all alone I'm dreaming, just to know you still remember me. You told me once that you were mine, alone forever, and I was yours till the end of eternity. But all those vows are broken now, and you will never be the same except in memory. Remember me when the candlelights are gleaming. Remember me at the close of a long, long day. It would be so sweet when all alone I'm dreaming, just to know you still remember me. A brighter face may take my place when we're apart, dear. A sweeter smile and a love more bold and free. But in the end, fair weather friends may break your heart, dear. If they do, sweetheart, remember me. Remember me when the candlelights are gleaming. Remember me at the close of a long, long day. It would be so sweet when all alone I'm dreaming, just to know you still remember me. Just to know you still remember me.
What do you think now? Well, we're still all right. We got a few left on here. Are y'all in a hurry to get somewhere? I know, I think half or more of you here, and you know that I was a teacher. I taught at Radford University, and I'm accustomed to people telling me when it's time to quit. Emphatically. Yeah. And then if they say, well, if you're not quitting, we are. So, but you all are too polite. You'd sit there and let the barn burn and everything, I guess, without risking offending. So we've got a few more here. Let's see. If we do them all, we'd have 1, 2. We've got 5 more if we do every one of them. So if you can last that long, I guess we'll do them all.
This is one that may not be on the list.
Oh, what is it?
Last train.
Oh, it's up there.
It is. Right.
Yeah, we missed it. It's the last train from Port Valley. We missed it a while ago. Yeah. When it went through the first time. So it's in the D. Okay. This may be the newest. I wonder if this is the newest song. Possibly the newest song on here, maybe?
It could be. It's a few years old. It's written by Norman Blake, and I always wondered about the setting for this song. It's the last train from Poor Valley. Poor Valley is where the Carter family grew up and where they live, where the descendants live now, and where the Carter Fold is, if you've heard of the Carter Fold. And I suspect that Norman Blake, who's been around for a long time. He's from down south someplace, Alabama maybe, or
Think so.
Georgia.
Yeah.
And if he's probably performed at the Carter Fold before, and I wonder if he didn't write this song, Last Train from Poor Valley. Because it sounds fairly local. It mentions Virginia, or Richmond or somebody.
Yeah. Let me get the right key.
I'm an E.
E.
Is that where we did it? Or sure?
Yeah. I think we did it in D. I think we did it in D.
Did we?
I think so. I think it'll be too high for me
Okay.
in E, and it's better to find out now, I guess. Yeah, it's better to. I think it's in D. I think so. Can you do it there?
Yeah, boy.
Okay.
It was good one time, everything was mighty fine. The cold tipples roared day and night. Things they got slow for no reason that I know, and the ill winds they blowed in the signs. The mines all closed down, everybody laid around. It wasn't very much left to do, but stand in that line, get your rations ripped on time, and woman, I could see it killing you. The soft new snows of December lightly fall my cabin round, and the last rain from Poor Valley, picking brown hair, Becky Richmond bound. It's been coming on and on, soon we'll be gone, leaving crossed your mind every day. Then you said to me, things are bad back home, you see. I guess I'd better be on my way. The soft new snows of December lightly fall my cabin round, and the last rain from Poor Valley, picking brown hair, Becky Richmond bound. Well, I should blame you now, but I never could somehow. Miner's wife, you weren't cut out to be. Well, it wasn't what you thought, some dreams that you bought when you left home and ran away with me. The last snows of December lightly fall my cabin round, and the last rain from Poor Valley, picking brown hair, Becky Richmond bound, and the last rain from Poor Valley is picking brown hair, Becky Richmond bound. Good job. Look, you hit that right on the head. What we got here? Let's see here. We're down to get close to the bottom. You want to try that one, or just jump on down? It's eastbound freight train, or Are You Missing Me, or what do you think? Or you want to go on down to the bottom? Are you missing me? Can we find that?
Yeah, it's in there somewhere. Seems like it is. Here it is.
Okay. We thought we was better prepared for this. You kind of messed up, haven't you?
Well, we do all right, I guess. You know, we do have a double your money back guarantee. If you don't enjoy yourself, you get your money back. Yeah. And I heard this guy say one time he was selling, I think it was Balsam Range. They were selling CDs, you know, they had CDs, and he said, come back, he said, come to the back and we're selling CDs, and you buy one and take it and listen to it, and if you don't like it, he said, then bring it back to us, and we'll trade it to you for one that we don't like. Yeah, but we don't have one, so you don't have to worry about us trying to sell it to you. Are you missing me?
Yeah.
What key are we?
We're in E.
E, good old E. Yeah, all right, E. Yeah.
This is a Louvin Brothers song. They wrote it, and then Jim and Jesse recorded it, and then I think the Louvin Brothers recorded after that.
Yeah.
They wrote it especially for Jim and Jesse. Just typical old bluegrass love song. This one is. The day that I kissed you and told you goodbye, your lips told me that you would wait. But your lips deceived me and told me a lie, while your heart was sealing my fate. Are you all alone with a memory? Now that I am gone, darling, are you missing me? Out of the clear sky a letter there came, and just like a bolt from the blue, my castles came tumbling as I read it all. I still can't believe that it's true. Are you all alone with a memory? Now that I am gone, darling, are you missing me? It said that in spite of the vows you had made, the glitter of gold turned your head. And while I was trying employment to find, you married another instead. Are you all alone with memory? Now that I am gone, darling, are you missing me?
I think that's the only song I've ever heard that has the word employment in it. That's just not a real poetic word, employment. But it's in there. What we gonna do
Do the salad song.
that? Okay, yeah. Do that.
Okay. How many people know what picking salad is? Know that term, picking salad? How many people have ever picked salad?
Few of them, surely.
Well, that is a big deal where I grew up in Kentucky, especially right now. This time of year, the little plants are just coming up, and we're a little ahead maybe down there than you all are here, and I expect they've been picking salad already down there where I grew up. And if you don't know what salad is, of course, it's the wild greens that grow out in the fields, and there's certain varieties you can mix together and makes it a good dish, and it's a favorite of the people where I grew up, and they couldn't wait till spring of the year. The women couldn't till they get down in the fields and get a mess of salad. And a lot of them wore aprons, and you could see them on an evening like this down in the bottoms and places where the plants were young and tender coming up. And they'd have that apron cupped in one hand and something to dig up the plants with the other, and they'd fill that apron full and rush back to the house and wash it, get it ready for supper. It's a ritual every spring. And so I was thinking about that a few years ago, and I was salad song. As the first breath of spring stirs a warm breeze on the hills and valleys of my youth, and the first signs of life lays a green hue amid the meadows on the valley floor. For a time my mind goes back to scenes of my childhood, as ritual as the spring itself, of the women in the lowlands and the old fields picking salad in preparation for the evening meal. So pick that salad, Mariah, fill your apron once again from that favorite spot down in the bottom that's nestled along the river bed. Oh, the years have gone by, but I've not forgot the memories and the good times of the past. And as each season passes, I'm reminded of the one event that makes that season last. At the first sign of spring, this picture haunts my memory, a bright event that happens every year, of the women in the lowlands and the old fields picking salad in preparation for the evening meal. So pick that salad, Mariah, fill your apron once again from that favorite spot down in the bottom that's nestled along the riverbed.
That's a great song, Willard. That's
Thank you.
my favorite, I think, of your many good songs. What do you think we get to, let's do Where the Roses Never Fade, and then we'll do, what do you think? You all, it's a beautiful day outside, and you may want to get out and enjoy some of it. So we'll do a couple more here. I don't think there's anything we're missing that's essential here. We've got most of them. We're just missing Eastbound Freight Train. Yeah, we'll let that. That's already gone.
It's gone.
Yeah. Yeah. Never any trains in Floyd County. You all know that. That's the fact that there was no trains in Floyd was the only thing that kept Indian Valley from being the wrong side of the track. They were gonna. I have a copy of a map, the N&W map from about 1920, something like that, and it actually shows a spur line from Radford to Willis. And they actually started some construction on it and ran out of money. They say they ran out of money, but I think what happened is they thought, maybe we better send somebody to Floyd and see what's there before we spend all this money. And he came back and said, lay down them tools, boys. And they wrote it off as a bad job. So anyway, we'll skip that one now. Eastbound Freight Train. Was it the Delmore Brothers song or the Blues?
It's Delmore Brothers.
Yeah.
We don't need to do it.
Yeah, I just a little history. Okay. So you want to turn Where the Roses Are? D.
I am going to a city where the streets with gold are laid, where the tree of life
their beauty is decayed. I am going to a city where the roses never fade. In this world we have our troubles, Satan's snares we must evade. We'll be free from all temptation where the roses never fade. Here they bloom but for a season, soon their beauty is decayed. I am going to a city where the roses never fade. Loved ones gone to be with Jesus in their robes of white array, now are waiting for my coming where the roses never fade. Here they bloom but for a season, soon their beauty is decayed. I am going to a city where the roses never fade. All right, we're going to close with Predictable Choice. It seems like a good song to end the gathering with. The Will the Circle Be Unbroken. It's a Carter family song, another arguably their best known and most widely known outside of country music, maybe, thanks to that Ditty Gritty Dirt Band album, I think. When did that come out? And is that the 60s? 70s, you think? Yeah. I was thinking if it was the 60s, somebody could give one to the Historical Society. But I guess it's the 70s. Anyway, a great album, and so we'll close, and we'd certainly invite and encourage you to sing along if you want to with Will the Circle Be Unbroken. And that will end our program, and we've had a good time, or I have.
Yeah. Apologize for my little problem, but you all are wonderful. Thank you.
Willard sings better on a bad day than I do on a good day. He's really amazing. His way he plays and sings at age 90 is just phenomenal, I think. It's been a pleasure to get to sing with Willard and be acquainted with him. As Donia and others of you and wanted that know Willard, you know he's a champion guy. As old people say, you can't hook him wrong. Yeah, meaning you can't hook him up wrong. I guess that's a reference to an old horse, isn't it? You know, if you hook a horse up wrong, it won't work. And if you and I won't work however you hook me. But Willard is ready to serve. He's a servant of everybody. He's a champion guy. So we'll close with Will the Circle Be Unbroken, and that's in you said it was in E, F. Creep on up there a little bit. I was standing by my window on one cold and cloudy day when I saw that hearse come rolling for to carry my mother away. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better on the way then in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Well, I said to the undertaker, Undertaker, please drive slow, for this body you are hauling, how I hate to see her go. Will the circle be unbroken. By and by, Lord, by and by, there's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Well, I followed close behind her, tried to hold up and be brave, but I could not hide my sorrow when they laid her in her grave. Will the circle be unbroken? By and by, Lord, by and by, there's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. I've been home alone, my home was lonely, since my mother dear was gone. All my brothers and sisters crying, what a home so sad and alone. Will the circle be unbroken? By and by, Lord, by and by, there's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky, in the sky, Lord, in the sky. All right. Oh, thank you. I won't have to go trick-or-treating next year. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Yeah.
Historical Society wants to thank all of you for coming. I especially want to thank Mr. Gayheart and Ricky for spending the afternoon with us. You know, it's always fun, and maybe we'll get to do it again